Hello there, and welcome back to another Pokemon Yellow Solo Run Challenge video. Today we're going to be doing a legendary Pokemon Zapdos. My fun fact for Zapdos is, on any game where I could catch Zapdos for a playthrough, I have actually caught it, and I've used it in that playthrough. In case you can't tell, I really love Zapdos. And Zapdos is going to be a special attacker, with a massive 125 special. However, it does also have a decent attack at 90. It also has a good base speed, sitting at 100 as well. On top of Zapdos' good base stats, it also does have an okay move pool. However, it starts with a really good move of Drill Peck, and then of course it has Thunder Shock. Through level up, it's also going to learn Thunder at 51 and Agility at level 55. Agility will play a vital role later in the run. Through Technical Machines, Zapdos is somewhat limited on its moves. It will learn Thunderbolt, and it can also learn Mimic. Other than that, there's not many good moves that Zapdos can learn in Generation 1, sadly. To add to the sadness, Zapdos' only move that we can use against Brock is going to be Drill Peck. However, with 80 power and Zapdos having a really good attack of 90, we do stand a relative good chance without overleveling. But it will not be a free win like other runs. However, it's not going to be as brutal as other runs. It's kind of a middle ground, if that makes sense. And we're going to be able to see the true might of Zapdos during the first rival fight. This fight is absolutely trivial. It's a understatement. I went ahead and I started with Thunder Shock because Zapdos had the higher special. However, it hit me that I need to use Drill Peck because Drill Peck is so much stronger right now. And with that easy victory, we are going to pop over to do our shopping. I went ahead and I bought one Pokeball, and then I went ahead and I bought 2 antidotes, and then I bought 1 Paralyze Hill, and then I loaded on 8 potions. I wanted to go ahead with more potions for this run because the only time we should be using the Pokemon Center is to replenish PP. Now let's see what we get for the catch tutorial. Because I do always randomize this, it's really fun to see what we get, and this time it's Chansey. And then of course the old man isn't able to catch it. Sag. With this portion of our journey behind us, it's time to make our way to Viridian Forest. We're going to have 2 main objectives to complete while we're in Viridian Forest. The first of which is going to be to fight every trainer, and that's because we want to get up to minimally level 11, but somewhere in the realm of level 12 to maybe level 13. And then our second primary objective is going to be to catch a flyer. Now, we could teach Zapdos flying, but by doing that, we're filling up one of our move slots for the rest of the game, and Zapdos having access to Drill Peck, this makes absolutely no sense, because Drill Peck is a much better option than Fly, and Fly is also a 2-turn move compared to a 1-turn move. Catching this flyer was a little bit frustrating because we did need a level 6 Pidgey because Drill Peck is just that strong, but with a little bit of luck we were able to finally catch one. Yay! But what is not yay is Zapdos' experience group. Because Zapdos is a legendary Pokemon, it is in the slow experience group. This causes it to level up, of course, very slowly. As you can see, after defeating the final bug catcher, we're only level 9. This is not good for Brock, so we are going to have to waste some time in the forest grinding, but I'm going to go ahead and cut that out, and we're going to cut straight to the junior trainer inside Brock's gym. And this trainer is going to be really straightforward. The only thing that we're going to do is Drill Peck Diglett once, and Sandshrew is able to take one and just barely hang on, so the second Drill Peck knocks it out. And now it's time to take on Brock with a flying electric Pokemon that only knows Thunder Shock and Drill Peck. I did safety save before Brock just to be safe. I didn't want Zapdos to get knocked out and have to go all the way back and regrind. To my surprise though, this battle actually went over very well. Drill Peck's insanely high power compared to other moves that we started with. It made short work of Brock. I was a little bit scared on Onix because it started out with Bind. However, after Bind finished, Onix only kept using Screech, and due to a lucky critical hit, we were actually able to take it out really easy and take home the Boulder Badge. Maybe this is a sign of good things to come further in the run, but only time will tell. We'll just have to wait and see. Foreshadowing much? But now it's time to start our trip over to Cerulean City. On our way to Cerulean City, the most important part of our journey is going to be conserving PP. Zapdos' Drill Peck is extremely strong, and Thunder Shock does a decent amount of damage. However, those are the only 2 moves that we have. And between these 2 moves, we only have 50 power points. So with every battle, we're going to have to pick which move is best in that situation. So for example, we should save Drill Peck for Rock-type Pokemon and instead use Thunder Shock. However, we can alternate occasionally. We just have to make sure that we have Drill Peck for when we run into a Rock-type Pokemon. But we'll cross that bridge if and when we get there. Did I foreshadow again? But time to go ahead and cut to Mount Moon. See you there. I cannot express how much I love the magic of video editing. Inside of Mount Moon, we're going to do pretty much our normal adventure prep. The only thing that we're not going to do is grab Water Gun or Mecha Punch. We're not going to sell them for money. It's just kind of a waste of time. We are, however, going to get the rare candy and the escape rope, though. I just have to remember to use the escape rope. I'm really bad at remembering that I have it because I'm so used to just using Dig with Charmander. But I did run into a little bit of a problem. I ran into this last by accident, and while it's not really game-changing, it did cost me 2 Drill Pecks because trying to knock out those grass-type Pokemon with Thunder Shock Shock would have been a really bad idea. And we're going to go ahead and jump straight to the Super Nerd fight. This fight's going to be really trivial, which is really great. Zapdos' Thunder Shock one-shots Grimer, and now we're in a position which is not so good. We cannot use Drill Peck against Voltorb because we only have one left, so we do have to use Thunder Shock against it. Luckily, we're able to take it out pretty easy. And then we use our last Drill Peck on Coughing. I wanted to use it to knock it out in one hit to not get poisoned, and of course, it poisoned us anyway, so we got to use the antidote. And then of course, we're going to pick up the best fossil in the game. Praise Lord Helix, and let it bless this run. And just like that, it's time to start Jesse and James. And this battle went relatively well for what we have. It is a little bit frustrating that the only move that we're down to is Thunder Shock. Sadly though, there isn't much that we can do about Zapdos' moveset. It does only have those two moves. What we can gripe about though is the fact that Coughing manages to yet again poison us for a second time. I honestly cannot believe this. Poisoned by both Coughings with one Smog each. Frustration in the back mirror though, it's time to take on Misty, and you can guess just about how well Misty's gonna go. The only thing that we're gonna do is use Thunder Shock, except for that one Drill Peck that I used against Aryu. No one saw that, but we are able to take out Starmie, and that nets us victory over Misty. I mean, what was to be expected? It's the Water Gem against the flying legendary Electric Bird. After a quick detour for a rare candy, we're gonna go ahead and start my second least favorite rival battle. This rival battle is just kind of annoying. He's a little bit higher than what you're expecting, but we're gonna breeze through it for the most part pretty easily. I wish that Zapdos' attack was just a little bit higher because we're just shy of being able to knock out almost everything with one hit. Occasionally Pokemon like Sandshrew or the rival's Eevee can hang on, and while it's not absolutely game changing, it does require us to use more PP. And we did pick up Charmander. We're also gonna pick up this elixir up here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut to something that happened in the run, and I'm gonna let you watch it play out in real time. So yeah, enjoy my despair and the repercussions of not watching PP. So I really can't actually turn it off. It would be a good thing though. Oh gosh. Nice, my microphone thing fell. Oh! Oh no.
What?
I'm out of PP. I have a PP problem. Oh! No, he's got a Charizard left! Shit! Oh no! And that is why you always have to watch your PP. I did forget to hit the wipes. I do apologize about that. I didn't catch it till actually doing the video editing myself. But we're gonna cut over to the SSN. After defeating the gentleman right here, I did pick up the Mix Ether, and I also picked up the rare candy. And did you know you can watch the challenges live? Listen to the great advice from past Xeon. So we're skipping Body Slam because we can't learn Body Slam. This commentary is bad. I got distracted by a spam message in chat. Sorry. So after that amazing commentary, we're able to take out Blue and advance to Lieutenant Surge's gym. Lieutenant Surge's gym is always the best part because it is heavily RNG based, which is why we do stop the physical timer outside of the gym because there's no way to skip this puzzle currently. But I could not believe my eyes with this. I was actually able to get it on the first try, and the very first one I checked. I couldn't get that lucky again if I tried. See, even past Xeon said that that was lucky. That's like insane. With good luck in our back mirror, it's time to start the Lieutenant Surge battle. This battle's pretty straightforward, however it is a little bit annoying that Raichu was able to lower our attack with Growl, but Zapdos landing a critical hit was able to take down Raichu in one hit. And now we have TM24, and we're going to immediately teach Zapdos to get a third move, and then we're going to go ahead and jump through the cave. There's really no point to show it. We picked up our Ether and our Max Elixir, and we're going to get 2 proteins to give to Zapdos to boost its attack, and now it's time to face Erica. I know we jumped a little bit forward, but this was a pretty straightforward section, so it didn't really see a point to showing all of it. And I'm gonna be honest, I nearly skipped Erica in this playthrough video just because Zapdos is such a hard counter to her team. It's not even fair. We literally just drill pick everything and we're able to knock it out with one hit, and just like that, we secured the rainbow badge. And now it's time to take a little trip to the west. We're gonna go ahead and pick up Fly, and this was kind of a little bit of a conundrum that I did have. I was somewhat hesitant to teach it to Zapdos and somewhat I wanted to, but after a little bit of deliberation, I decided to teach it to Pidgey as intended, and we're gonna go ahead and jump to the rival inside of Pokemon Tower. Getting to the rival inside of Pokemon Tower, it comes down to the name of the game, as it has been, PP management. As we only have 3 moves, we have to make sure that we conserve as much PP as possible. And Zapdos' raw power is actually working against us. Right now, we're only at level 31, which is a decent level compared to this rival. However, the fact that Zapdos has been able to skip so many optional battles is starting to catch up with us. Thankfully though, Thunderbolt, which we picked up from Lieutenant Surge, is a very strong move. A heck of a lot better than Thundershock. But story time. So, funny story going on right here. I kind of forgot to get Squirtle after Surge's gym, and I forgot to get the bike, but yeah. With that error corrected, it's time to move on to Silphco. Silphco is kind of the point in the run where it jumps up in difficulty pretty dramatically compared to other portions, and it doesn't help that Zapdos, as we stated in the Pokemon Tower, is very underleveled. We haven't taken any optional encounters, and the other trainers' Pokemon are starting to take more than one hit to knock out, unless it is a super effective move. And with limited PP, that is not good. But I'm going to go ahead and let Passion narrate the upcoming rival battle. Enjoy. Safe side. We should be fine, but safer than sorry. Giovanni is gonna... Wow. That's why I saved. Exactly 20. Exactly 20. I can't believe that. I lost to an exactly 20 roll. What? Another critical hit? Bro. Sandslash is destroying me. Another critical hit? Bro, come on. Oh my gosh. Can I not, like, lose to critical hits, please? Fantastic. I got a little bit more health. Critical hit again. Come on. There we go. So as you saw, even the mighty Zapdos can take a reset. Now with that last battle, or better yet 2 battles, we did get bad RNG twice in a row. The high level disadvantage is not helping us in any way, shape, or form. Giovanni is also going to be a little bit of a hurdle as well. For the most part, all of his Pokemon are going to go down pretty easily, but Rhyhorn is going to give us some major issues due to its typing. And a little bit of foreshadowing, that typing does not help Zapdos because it has no way to counter it. I really wish we could get a different type coverage move because only having electric and flying is not helping us either. I feel like I'm saying that a lot with Zapdos, even though Zapdos is a great Pokemon, but we're able to defeat Giovanni pretty easily. And we're going to be moving on to Koga. Now Koga was a major hindsight in this run that I really discovered as we actually went and completed the gym. Looking back, if I were to do a second run back of this, I would complete Koga's gym before completing Sylph. We were able to one-shot every single Pokemon in here except for Venomoth, and Venomoth takes 2 shots. This little bit of extra experience would not have been much, but it may have prevented the 2 resets that we suffered in Sylph Tower. As they say though, you can't change the past, so it's time to move on to Safari Zone. And the Safari Zone is where I do the little bit of plug-in that I do for my channel. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and hey, maybe even like the video. I put a lot of love and effort into these, and I really do love to see the positive reception that they get. But I'm gonna go ahead and end my plug. Thank you everyone for all the support. It means more than you know. But it's time to go ahead and move on to Sabrina. And Sabrina is the wild card of this run for Zapdos. Her Pokemon are incredibly weak with low defenses, but their special is absolutely through the roof. If Abra were to survive, it could have flashed us, and it basically would have been a reset. And as you can see, when Alakazam hits a Psychic, it does absolutely massive damage. Luckily though, Zapdos' Drill Peck is able to knock them out. I was worried because if Alakazam would have got a critical hit, it would have been over. I really don't think that Zapdos could have survived. But in this timeline, that didn't happen. And now it's time to move on to Cinnabar Island and the next little hurdle in our challenge, which is going to be getting through the mansion. But with the lovely magic of video editing, you don't have to worry about seeing that. We're just going to go ahead and go to Blaine. And Blaine is the first time in this run I let my confidence get ahead of me by way too much. We ended up losing to Blaine twice. The first time we were nowhere near close to winning. We only got to Arcanine, and then Arcanine is able to take us out. Second time was pretty much the same thing. The level disadvantage is what is killing us. I've said it so many times, and I know that I'm basically a broken record at this point. Zapdos, its glass cannon, has finally caught up with it. So what I went ahead and cut out was is the fact that I used 3 rare candies to get up to level 46. This level threshold helped us get that little bit of extra damage that we need with Blaine because we don't have a critical hit to deal extra damage, which is really important in a battle like this when we are at the disadvantage. But in the future, I will definitely be looking at Blaine in a different light. We were able to body him so easily with other solo runs that it just made him feel like a pushover compared to other gym leaders. And with the 7th badge acquired, it's time to pick up Mimic. Mimic is absolutely amazing with Zapdos. It's so good, I'm gonna let Passion show you how it works out against Giovanni. Enjoy. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's the first time we went this way. Alright, this is my sneaky strat. Wow, you sent out a Nidoqueen? Earthquake! Nidoking? Earthquake! Sent out a Rhydon? Earthquake! I really hope you enjoyed that because I was not expecting Rhydon to come out of left field and hit us with a rock slide and just completely decimate us. This was one of the funniest moments I've had live in a long time. Jumping back into attempt number 2, we're going to follow the same strategy again. We're going to use Mimic to learn Earthquake, and then we're just going to plow through them. The trio went down pretty easily, however, Persian is just a little bit annoying with Fury Swipes, but it does go down relatively quickly. When Nidoqueen comes out, we're going to follow the same strategy, and we're just going to Earthquake it, and then pretty much the strategy is going to go and be the same thing for Nidoking as well. Now, when Rhydon comes out, this does come down to RNG. We're going to use Earthquake again, but Giovanni's just going to use our guard spec, which allows us to go on with the second Earthquake and KO Rhydon. And by defeating Giovanni, we get awarded the 8th badge. And with 8 badges acquired, we all know what that means. It's time to go to the Pokemon League. But of course, our rival has to be a speed bump once again. Let's see how this one plays out. And right from the beginning, I go and make an error and use Mimic. I really cannot believe I did this, and you can see the visible confusion on my face as I have regrets. Doing that allows Sandslash to hit us with Slash. I tried my hand at Slash and did absolutely no damage, so I went in with a Drill Peck and then went in with a second Drill Peck to get the KO. That was really sad. At least we're able to knock out Execute in one hit, and then out comes Cloyster, and then of course we're going to use Thunderbolt on Cloyster and take out in one hit, and then next comes out our foe Magneton. This thing is always such a pain, it's ridiculous. We just don't have anything to go up against it, sadly. So we do have to sit here and trade blows with it, but we are able to knock it out after several hits. Then out comes Kadabra, and of course it is a one-hit KO to Drill Peck because it has absolutely no defense. And then we're going to use 2 Drill Pecks to take down Flareon. It was a close battle, but we did secure the win. And after traversing through Victory Road, it's time to pick up our vitamins. And this is one of the times I wish that I had a modified ROM of Yellow so I could actually see stat experience, because this is my second time buying vitamins. Luckily, I did save beforehand because I bought more protein, thinking that I would be able to give Zapdos more attack. However, I could actually only give it 1. The final tally ends up coming to 1 protein, 4 calcium, and 3 carbos. I did buy a 5th calcium that you'll see because I'd already hit the max, there was no use for it. And rather than reloading, I went ahead and just went to the Elite 4. And first on our path to victory is Lorelei. Now, before starting this battle, I did use 5 rare candies on Zapdos to bring it up to level 55. Zapdos being the powerhouse that it is, it was able to get through most of the game with no issues, so we didn't have to do any additional grinding at any point. We also skipped all of the optional trainers. But what we did is we went ahead and we set up on Dugong using 3 agilities, maximize all of our stats to the badge boost, and it makes Lorelei absolutely trivial. Now, Jinx could have worried us, it could have put us to sleep, or it could have froze us, but thankfully it didn't get either one, and we're able to take out Jinx with a second Drill Peck. And out comes Lorelei's Ace Lapras. This one is scary because even fully buffed, it is very bulky, but 1 Thunderbolt is enough to take it out, thankfully. Lorelei is pretty trivial when you have good counters to her, but if you can't take out Dugong, holy moly, that battle can go south. And now it's time to take out the Lost Hiker from Rock Tunnel. I will never understand how he got here and got so lost to get to the Pokemon League, let alone how I got past all the security, to be honest. But I'm glad he's here because this allows us to make use of Mimic once again. Without Mimic, this would actually be a very hard battle and Bruno would be genuinely scary. But we're able to Mimic Dig, and then we're going to set up 3 agilities. Now, I do want you to watch this. This is a testament to how strong Onix's defense actually is. Being able to tank a dig with badge boost fully boosted is nothing to scoff at. So Onix is going to take 2 digs to knock out, and Bruno is going to send out Hitmonchan next. Sadly, we do level up, which means that we lose our badge boost glitch. However, our agility is still maxed, and Zapdos has a really high attack. But of course, you know, it is going to take 2 hits regardless to take out Onix with Dig, and Bruno's second Onix falls to the mighty Zapdos. And then out comes Machamp Blast, and we're going to take it out with 1 Drill Peck, 2 Drill Pecks, and then we're going to defeat Bruno. The Hiker. And now we're going to flash ahead to Erica. Did you like that? Because, you know, he's a hiker. Bad dad jokes? Okay, I'm sorry. I tried. Erica is definitely not a fun customer. Her Pokemon are glass cannons, and then they also add another layer of annoyance. They like to push you to sleep, and they like to confuse you. There really isn't any way to set up on her reliably or safely. Thankfully, Zapdos does not really need it. We just need to go straight in for the KOs as fast as we can. So we are going to use, as you saw, the first agility, and then we're going to just go straight through with Thunderbolt to knock them out as fast as we can. Luckily, her only Pokemon that can take Thunderbolt is her Gengars, and both of them are able to get off a Confuse Ray on us. But with good RNG for the confusion, we are able to defeat Erica with no issues at all. That was actually really good. And now it's time for Lance, and I'm going to let Past Sion go over the play-by-play of the first battle.
We want to set up on Gyarados. Okay, I have an idea. So we're going to set up once on Gyarados, see what it does. Goes for that. Dragon Rage, we're going to set up 3 times. And then we are going to Thunderbolt this one. And then we're going to mimic this one. And the reason why we want to mimic this one is Alright, I guess we're pivoting. We're just going to Hyper Beam everything. Oh, I didn't kill it? Wow. I wanted Ice Beam. It's the second Dragonair I need to mimic. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
So I did not take into account the fact that Zapdos was about to level up, and that is what threw that entire attempt off. Forgetting that the second Dragonair is the one that has Ice Beam, however, just kind of added to the bad luck of that run. But there was also a lot of bad execution on my part. We are humans, we do make mistakes, it happens. But let's see how the second run turned out for this.
Okay, so there's no point in setting up on Gyarados, because we're just going to level up. So Thunderbolt will one-shot it. Agility. Agility. Now we're all set up. Now we're going to mimic this one, and it's so we can get Ice Beam. Now, if I would have used the Rare Candy first, we would have just been able to Hyper Beam everything, and everything would have been a one-hit KO.
And with the correct strategy utilized, we're able to defeat Lance this time. Now it comes to the final rival battle. This battle is going to be a little bit scary, also relatively free. However, the biggest culprit here is going to be Sandslash. I know this sounds really weird, but think about it like this. Sandslash is very fast, and in Generation 1, that means that Sandslash has a very high critical hit chance. In this first battle, I was trying to think about the best way to approach this, and I opted out for using Mimic to learn Earthquake. And I decided to just set up straight with 3 agilities instead. This is a little bit of a bad call. Mimicking Earthquake allows us to use Earthquake on Magneton, and we really don't have anything else to take down Magneton. My original idea was to use 3 agilities and then Mimic to learn Earthquake. However, Sandslash really put a damper in that and got 2 critical hits with both of its slashes. So that is why we pivoted and immediately just went to knocking it out as fast as possible, so as not to chance another critical hit from Slash. One more critical hit from Slash would have knocked us out, and then it would have been pointless to have learned Earthquake. This does make Magneton a bit of a pain in the butt, as you can see. After a few exchanges, we are able to knock it out. Next comes out Cloyster. This is going to be, of course, an easy one-hit KO because it's a water type. Very nice. And then last out is Flareon. This is going to be another easy one-hit KO. Wait, no!
Darn it. Move. I misclick.
We ended up losing 2 more times to the rival. Out of those 4 losses, 3 of them were because of critical hits on Sandslash. That is, like, absolutely obscenely bad RNG luck for us. But hey, it's Sandslash. Get it? Slash? High critical hit ratio? Yeah. So really all that we need is just perfect RNG. And this run is the run that we got it on. We got a turn 1 Poison Sting, and then with turn 2, we ended up getting Fury Swipes. Now Fury Swipes may have hit 5 times, but it's an incredibly weak move, and that allowed me to set up 2 agilities. After Sandslash on turn 3 decided to use Slash and got another critical hit, I decided that 2 was enough to set up, so we just went ahead and went with it. We were able to knock out Alakazam in 1 hit, and then same goes for Executor, knocking it out in 1 hit, and then Magneton, our old nemesis, came out. Earthquake was able to take it out in 1 hit. And then Cloyster comes out, which of course we already know is going to be a 1-hit KO. Our last hurdle is Flareon. Will Earthquake be able to knock it out in 1 hit? And it is. We've officially beaten Pokemon Yellow with just Zapdos on a solo run and become the Pokemon League champion. And we accomplished this in 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 45 seconds. At 4 times game seed, of course. This was a really fun run. Zapdos was, of course, a powerhouse early game, so we really didn't have to do any grinding at all. It did have its moments where it really struggled, especially against ground-type Pokemon, and then Pokemon that it just didn't have any super effective moves against. But it's time to go ahead and end the video. I really hope you enjoyed this solo run challenge. I put a lot of love into this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and if you love what you see, subscribe for more. I try to upload these really regularly. I do have several projects that I'm working on right now, and a few more Pokemon solo runs that are done. I just need to edit them. I do apologize that my video uploads have not been the greatest. I've been having a lot of health issues lately, and work has been busy. I truly am sorry with that. More of these are coming in the future really shortly. I just need to put them together and get the audio recorded. But it's time to say the final goodbyes. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember to be good people. Take care. This has been Zeon97. Bye, everyone.